Okay.
Where are we going?
Well, it's a bit of a surprise. Is that all right?
Okay. Ready when you are.
All right. So, 3 broomsticks. It's the only place in Hogsmeade that has a magical fireplace where we can take the flue powder. And she throws the flue powder down and says, "The leaky cauldron." Who's next?
I'll go.
All right. Remember, Rosie, slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
No, and you're
that what I
saying
say
the
when I
leak?
threw it?
No,
No, don't say slow and steady. It's the leaky cauldron.
The leaky cauldron.
Barney, hold up the napkin so Rosie can read in.
Barney holds up the napkin. It's all sweaty.
The leaky cauldron of doom.
Rosie disappears. That is probably bad.
Rosie, where are we?
I don't know. I think it's a thrift shop. I'm trying to look out this window, but it's like gross.
Rosie, why
Yeah.
did you say the leaky cauldron of doom?
I was thinking about Disney World, and then I stumbled on the D, and then I was gonna say the leaky cauldron. Oh, Disney, and I got indecisive, and then I said Doom. I don't know where it came from, but I did have 4 cookies before we went inside out of nervousness, so I think I was kind of hyped up on sugar.
I've only seen that creature once before, and if it's not him, it's someone he works with.
Olive, listen to me. You're all right. I know it's scary. Okay? But don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you. All right? I'm here. We just had a little mistake with the flue powder. Everything will be fine. Holland Moot is not here.
He's not here, then where is he?
I'll find him.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
You
Am I alive?
You did. Yeah, you're alive.
You're
Do I
alive.
have all my noses?
Yeah, you look good. So you didn't do Leaky Cauldron of Doom then? Okay.
Do you want any soup, Alex? I have some things to eat here. But no.
Bernie, do you
volcanoes.
Bernie, do you think you could milk the iguana weasel?
What?
We were discussing it. I just wanted to know your opinion. Like a cow.
I thought you said like almonds.
Like an almond. Like, you know
But
how
it is
people,
more
there's
accurate to
somebody's
say
job
like a cow.
to milk a tiny almond?
What?
I didn't realize
can
that
cross now.
muggles would be so interested in them. Nobody was really looking at where they're going. I guess they just know. Like, is it they think I need to go to this place and then they go. It's like muggle apparating, except you're still in your body while it's moving.
And here we are. He stops in front of a shop. You can see that it is lit up very brightly. And it says dessert parlor in bright letters. I'm going to show you one thing that the muggles do a lot better than witches and wizards.
We kind of get in, not necessarily like trouble, but we have like a lot of stuff that happens to us at Hogwarts. And I was just wondering, is that normal? And like, how did that work out for you guys? Like long term?
It sounds like you're interviewing him. You want to hold my pen like a microphone?
No, I don't want to interview. That's not the vibe I'm going for. I was just really asking for advice. I think what's happening here is that we're just, with all due respect, Mr. Potter, I think I'm speaking for all of us right now, which is a mistake for everyone else, but I'm going to do it anyway. With all due respect, Mr. Potter, I think that while we appreciate the effort that you're doing and trying to give us like a normal day out in London, really what we need is to know that we're not going to be attacked ever again by Moot, and that we're safe. And I know that that's not what you want to hear, and that I'm probably being very rude, but we've been through a lot, and there's no promises that we're not going to keep being through a lot.
That's a lot. I don't know if a biscuit is going to fix everything.
I think that's what I'm trying to say.
And I know it was hard. And definitely traumatic. But I still don't think I'd trade it for anything.
Thanks for the cake and coffee, Mr. Potter.
Anytime. And you see someone that most of you recognize. She's wearing a sort of smart-looking business outfit. Ron? Harry? Sorry I'm late. Lots of business. Hi, Hermione. So, what are we eating?
I turn to Olive, and I'm
hand.
just gonna sort of like very lightly elbow her, and I'm gonna say, I bet you'll have her job one day.
I like breaking rules far too much to be the one to enforce them.
And we join our group as Hermione Granger, Minister for Magic, has sat down with them to have some dessert. She is currently enjoying some cheesecake, and she looks at all of you and says, "It's nice to sit down and, well, meet all of you. Sorry it hasn't happened sooner. I wanted to meet all of you after what had happened. And Harry mentioned that you would all be, well, you'd all be around, and I thought it would be a good time to meet."
Did we do something wrong?
Sir, demand arrest.
Do you play volleyball too?
No, and no.
With all due respect then, Minister, why would you be interested in meeting with us?
Well, I wanted to talk to you after, well, everything that had happened.
Mm-hmm. Which one had happened?
Well, specifically, the tower exploding.
It was it wasn't me?
No one said that it was you.
Right. It's everyone says that no one says.
Alex, maybe you should just start saying that my cake was just explosively delicious.
It wasn't Rosie either. It wasn't her. She didn't make an exploding cake. It was a wand curse. It's the current working theory for the investigation.
Yes. Harry and Headmistress McGonagall have explained what they believe to be a curse on your wands. I've been looking into it and doing some research on my own. And from what I can tell...
Do you have a special library? Sorry to interrupt, but do you have a special library that you because you're the minister, do you have a special, like a super restricted section library?
Yes, of course.
Can I visit? It's a bit...
Perhaps if you get a job in the ministry.
Okay.
But, to answer your question, the ministry has a very special library. It is, in fact, extremely restricted, and, as I said, only ministry employees can enter the library there.
Okay.
So to clarify, I can't come in.
That would be correct.
Cool.
As I was saying, I have been doing some research into the curse, and it appears that there may in fact be a way to, well, to end the curse on your wands.
Right. Well, I have a question about that. I have this new wand. So if my old one gets uncursed, do I have two? Do I have to choose one?
Well, we've all had multiple wands, especially during our time at Hogwarts. And I can tell you from experience that your first wand, well, it feels special.
Uh-huh. This one feels special too, though. It's kind of cozy.
There's nothing that says that you can't have multiple wands.
Okay, then good. I just don't want to break any laws. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I will warn you, however, that using both wands simultaneously would result in, well, a lot of problems.
I didn't even think about that. Dual wielding wands. Don't do it though. I heard ya. Don't do it.
If you're familiar with the Magical Mishaps series...
It's my favorite.
Excellent. Then have you read Magical Mishaps 7?
Magical Mishap 7. The wonders of wands and what can go wrong, right?
Correct. Very good, Mr. Pippin. If you've read that book before, you'll know what could potentially happen when you use two wands.
Yeah, there's destructive harmonization can happen, and the feedbacks can be lethal.
That is correct. Very good.
Yep.
Do you enjoy reading?
Yeah. I didn't used to because of stuff, but then I did when I go to Hogwarts, and yes.
I've always found reading can help alleviate some of the anxieties that I've had.
Oh, sometimes it makes it worse though, and you think you see a werewolf and it's just a big dog.
Ron sort of leans into Harry and says, "Are they the same person?"
I don't know. So, did you have a nice time so far with your desserts and things?
Yeah, pancakes and ice cream. That's what I had.
That sounds
Are we
good.
going back to Hogwarts now?
We can seconds maybe if people feel some.
Oh, I could totally go for like a second cup of coffee, right, Alex?
An aperitif.
Coffee? Harry? Have you got them coffee?
No. Just Clem.
Just me. I drink coffee all the time. You know, it's yeah.
Hey,
This
Clem,
is
could
very
you
mature for
could you
my
grab me a
age.
mug when you get another cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I snuck out a pea soup from the leaky cauldron, and I was gonna warm it up.
Which one?
no, I just grabbed one.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna literally get up and go get another cup of coffee.
Yeah. Just get up and walk over there. Harry, do you think she should really be having any coffee? They were just sort of, well, it seemed like they were, all sort of, and Hermione's just crossing her arms and looking at him, giving him the death stare. They all looked like they were just,
It was my idea. I actually told them that it was legally required that Clem have a cup of coffee or she would die. And
It
they
must
were
be
just listening
Rosie.
to me. Yeah, I am. It's nice to meet you.
nice to
Is
meet
she
you.
shaking or am I just waving
Yes,
my arm?
no, she's shaking. She's trying to avoid the cheesecake. Like, she's paying particular care. Yes, nice to meet you. And, sorry, back on topic. So, the tower, no one is blaming any of you for that. I hope you're aware.
Yeah.
Then who is getting blamed?
No one yet. Harry is working on it, as well as several other auras that we have stationed around the school. Yeah. Just so you're aware, there are other auras at the school. We just thought it would be good for me to sort of, well, take the brunt of the attention while a lot of the other auras are doing work. There are several, around the school as well as Hogsmeade.
I have a suggestion. Not that you need suggestions for how to investigate. I'm super into like investigation stuff. I find it very interesting. So one thing that I would say is that it seems that we are targets by the perpetrators, and so we should definitely investigate reasons as to why they would be targeting us specifically, because we seem to be the ones they're targeting.
Well, Harry and Hermione share a look. I have been. It's part of the reason that we're out tonight. I thought we could, perhaps learn some of the things that have been going on to you. Maybe that you consider to be reasons why anyone would do that.
Cool.
Okay. Well, maybe. If one of them maybe spent a summer being taught by my gran, they might hold a grudge because she can be pretty intense.
I have a theory.
Please.
Okay.
My theory is that we consistently have shown that not only are we capable in times of trouble, that we actually are capable of exposing bad things that are happening. And we've done it a few times now. And I think that perhaps a bad thing is being planned and they want us to not expose the bad thing that they're planning. And so they're trying to take us out preemptively.
Why do you think that?
Because if they tried to do a bad thing at Hogwarts, we would find out and we would tell everyone about it and we would stop them.
It's because we're so smart.
Well, Olive is the Olive and Maisie and Alex and Rosie are the smart ones.
Okay, wait, hold on. You didn't say your name. And Clem, I got it. Don't worry about it. You forgot.
Do you know about Ashley Indigo?
Yes, you mentioned something about that with the headmistress. And there was something about the headmistress sort of asking you to befriend her.
Yeah, she asked me to befriend Ashley and to keep an eye on her. And last year, Ashley was responsible for doing things to mess with us, and I saw her in the restricted section of the library trying to hide, and then I don't know if it's related to Ashley or if it's a coincidence, but we've been sitting at the same spot, the same table, for the whole time we've been at Hogwarts, and someone carved a rune into our spot, and it was.
Do you remember what the rune looked like?
Yeah, I got a drawing of it, and Olive's gonna kind of like pat through her pockets, and it looked like this.
Hermione takes it and looks at it. Interesting.
Do you
very old.
recognize it?
I do. This is very old.
When you say very old, do you mean maybe like around about the same time that people last jinxed each other's wands old?
Perhaps. I think I remember this. About the time that... This might even be from back in the days when Hogwarts was first founded.
Why would someone use a rune as old as Hogwarts itself, carved into the table of a bunch of third years?
It's a good question. I don't think I would really use something like this. I mean, there's newer ways to do it. Isn't it strange, Harry? Yeah. I mean, there's loads of different charms and things you could do. I could maybe... What exactly does it do, Hermione? Well, it's sort of like a confundus spell, but a little bit different, maybe. You see the lines there? Hermione, I didn't take ancient runes. You are the only one I know that took ancient runes. Why would I know what those lines mean? You have a question, Alex?
I took ancient runes, but then I was thinking, well, if there's better ways to do it now, then the person wouldn't maybe know the better ways and they know the old ways. So what if it was a person who was alive back then and is now here? Could they have frozen themselves like in the movies, the Muggle movies, and then they've become unfrozen like or something, and now they're back with a vengeance and old runes and wand curses, and their name is something old like Edelmeyer Fudge.
Edelmeyer Fudge?
Did he create Fudge, or
Did he create
Just-
Edelmeyer?
what's Edelmeyer?
I don't know. It sounded legit, though.
I bet it's a soup.
Oh,
I'm not saying no, but I think that's rather unlikely.
Okay, I was just coming up with ideas. It's all
Could
brainstorming.
could it maybe be something that was done from a good place but didn't really become a good thing? I'm just thinking about Roger. And I squeeze Olive's hand.
Can I ask where you found this?
It was just right there, etched into the table.
Which table?
Our table.
Our table.
In the Great Hall?
Which made us think maybe it's a grown-up who did it. We were taught that you can't do things like that to the furniture in the Great Hall. So maybe it's a professor or someone who used to work at Hogwarts or someone with really powerful magic.
They are enchanted, aren't they, Hermione? Yes, they are, Harry. That is strange indeed. So, do you sit there every day?
Every day.
Since first year.
It does seem targeted. Right.
I mean, if it's like a Confundus thing, we were all pretty confused generally, so it wasn't really required. As a joke, and just making the tension. Okay.
Say your joke again. I missed it. I was drinking my soup out of a straw.
So
No, say it again and I'll laugh.
The timing's gone. Just like. Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
What if the charm wasn't designed to inhibit us, but was designed to protect us?
What do you mean?
Oh, I would
Think
make
about
us confused, protect us.
Maybe it would stop us from getting involved in something, and maybe getting involved in something that might cause us to come to harm.
oh, what if someone cursed the wands to do a spell because maybe they knew that something might happen to you in the tower, or they knew that maybe a bad guy was coming, and so they were like, let's make sure that the wand can do a spell that can explode the bad guy.
Well, maybe that rune thing and the wands were both part of the same plan. They were supposed to work together in conjunction to maybe make us think that we did the spells more or something else.
Or like they were working against each other, though. I feel like it doesn't have to be the same person. I mean, obviously it has to be the same person, but what if there was somebody who wanted us to come to harm, and then they had this elaborate plan to enchant our wands and do something with them and then blow up the tower and do all of these things, and then what if somebody else found out about that plan and they were like, oh, well, I can't do anything about it, I can't stop this, I can't change anything, but what I can do is make them confused, which means they won't go on their date, which means they won't go to the tower, which means they won't get hurt.
Like this? I don't. Actually, I might be a bit confused.
Take a breath. Please. Okay. I suppose that's possible. It seems like, I think the thing that's still strange to me is why the tower?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just the clock tower, really.
Because it's Because it's out the way. People don't not go up there, and it's a place I go to hide sometimes.
Could there be a benefit in stopping the clock from working?
Now we will never be at class on time.
Because we were there because people don't not go up there often, and I go up there sometimes to recharge my batteries, and so it's quiet, and that's why Maisie and I were there, because it's.
But if your wands were enchanted, then it doesn't matter where you are, and the wands would have exploded whatever was there where you were at the time that you were there, right?
So are you thinking, Mr. Potter, that maybe the wands were only enchanted to do bad things because we were going to the clock tower?
Well, the curse that was placed on your wands, it's sort of specific. It has to do with, it's a very specific sort of circumstance. So, the wands aren't simply doing anything. They're doing a very specific thing. They were set up to activate at some sort of specific occurrence. And, more importantly, they were also cursed to avoid you finding out about them being cursed. That's why we believe that you had... It sounded like the wands were speaking to you, yes?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the wand at first, because I've heard voices before. So I was not so sure.
Do we know when this happened to our wands? I don't mean when they were activated, I mean when it started.
Unfortunately, no. There's no real way to find out. Aside from you noticing, that is.
Would there have been anything to notice?
I don't think so.
Wouldn't have felt differently.
Perhaps. Did you feel anything different? At any time?
I don't know, it's hard to remember now. When did we decide that we were gonna go to the tower, Alex? Do you remember when that was?
It was... It wasn't that day, it was a couple days before, maybe, I think.
I just... If the ones... If it was going to happen when we were at the clock tower, like because we were at a height or something, then surely they would have only cursed our wands if they knew that those conditions were going to be met, right? So they would have had to curse our wands after we made the decision to go to the clock tower, and they must have known that was where we were going to go. So if we can remember when it was that we made that decision, then hopefully we can kind of think back a little bit and figure out who had access to our wands during the time between when we...
Okay.
Wait, if you decided at the table and there was a rune there, does that mean that the rune is for listening?
No. This rune is about confusion. It wouldn't have anything to do with listening in, like it's some sort of extendable ears.
Does the rune carry on? Does it maybe follow us to class?
How would a rune follow you to class?
Should I be confused in class too because of the rune?
No.
Oh. Never mind.
Round about the time when we were organising where we would go, the only thing I can think of that was strange was that, remember Barney got pushed by something, an invisible, and then like Gail was around him a lot, and she was asking me lots of questions and asking about me too. But Gail's she's only a third year. I don't think she could do wand curses and ancient rune things.
But she might be speaking to somebody else who could. I mean, the headmistress asked Olive to keep an eye on a student, so it doesn't mean that another
Gail is
witch
friends
or
with Ashley.
wizard could have not asked Gail to keep an eye on someone.
Yeah, like two sides of the same coin. Or something.
So
Gail did ask specifically about us and what we were doing and stuff, and I did tell her that we had an appointment.
what do we do?
Well, Harry, have you explained about the room of requirement? I've told Lily, and I've told them, Dad. Showed them the room of requirement earlier today. Oh, well, that's good timing then. What are you thinking, Hermione? Well, I was thinking that maybe you could give them some special instruction.
Oh, that would be lovely.
That is, if you're all up for it. I mean, you'll still have to worry about your normal schoolwork.
No, we can do both. We can totally, 100%.
Hermione, I'm not a teacher. Harry, you did a wonderful job with all of us. That's right, mate.
Are we starting tonight, or,
I don't know if I'm, Hermione, but I have to investigate, and Harry, there are other auras that are also working this case.
And
Children are
also,
nervous, and you need to teach them.
and also you can investigate at the school as well. There's lots to investigate there. Mysterious forces that push people downstairs, exploding wands, strange runes, and nosy people. Sometimes there's a strange smell.
Are they asking
And
us
the dungeons.
not study?
No, I think they're asking us to study more.
Hang it.
Okay. I mean, I suppose. Hermione, it's been a very long time. Well, Dad, you've been good at helping me. Lily, that's different. I'm just sort of supplementing your lessons. Well, isn't that what you'd be doing with all of us? All right, I suppose I could try to help.
Well,
should we go back to Hogwarts and we could have our first lesson now?
I think that's a wonderful idea, Harry.
Olive's gonna chug all of the rest of her tea in one go and kind of put it back together and tidy up the table and go, all right then. I mean, I'm ready whenever you are. Everyone, are you done? Are you still picking? I can take the dishes up if you like. Where are we going?
Home?
Going home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here's my
I can't
P2.
wait.
Ready when you are, Mr. Potter.
How did this just happen?
Hey,
Ron is leaning back in his chair, and he's having some tea, and he's just sipping smugly.
Daddy.
Before we go, Mr. Weasley, if you get a prototype of the Ollie Pop, where it's a different flavor every time you look at, I would be glad to test it for you if you would like.
You know what? I think I could really use some help, actually.
Yeah. But look, I could help with tasting, but I'm not so good at cooking stuff, and Rosie's pretty good
Ron,
with that, and
You know,
she could.
if you came along, you could probably help. What?
You could teach Rosie cooking stuff also. That could help us bolster our vitality with snacks.
Well, Hermione's obviously busy. I mean, she probably can't even stay for much longer, really.
I can start putting my potions with food now.
You've experienced that, watching over you, and then I can get a job at the ministry and administer.
You're a child.
We could go to the library. I could figure it out. Maybe I can use a duster pretty handily if you would need a library cleaner.
Plus, Ron, you could actually have a reason to wear that hideous mask. I thought we were supposed to be friends, mate. We are, Ron, and that's why you're going to come with me. Bloody brilliant. Good. So it's all settled then. I just remembered. Aren't the Weasley products not allowed in Hogwarts? Ron, that's never stopped you before. Surely now it won't stop you. Hermione is just finishing the rest of her cheesecake, staying out of the conversation. Right,
Still.
I'll just go put the mask back on then.
I'll write a letter of interest about volunteering at the ministry.
I think
Send
you should
Benny
worry
off
about
the-
your grades, Mr. Pippin. If you keep your grades up, then I'm sure you'll be able to find a nice position in the ministry. Perhaps even I might be able to write you a letter of recommendation.
I don't think he even has to worry about his grades because they're so good, right, Alex?
I'll aim for perfect scores.
We'll see how they are at the NEWT level.
Yep, I'll work extra hard.
Good. I'm expecting a lot from you.
Okay, I do great with
All of you,
expectations
actually.
me. Okay.
Oh,
Would that stand for no evil witch trash?
what?
No, Rosie.
NEWT. I wrote it down and I was trying to unscramble. No evil witch trash. Maybe it's no evil witch tires? Toes. Toes. It's gotta be toes.
All right. Maybe we should get going. Is everyone done with their dessert?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Can I roll for how the coffee's hitting me?
Absolutely. Let's see. This will be a tough it out.
Okay. I can't wait.
Okay. An 8 is a partial success. On an 8, you can, let's see here. You get to choose from the list there.
Okay.
They're really not good, but let's see what happens.
The things that happened to me? Yeah.
On a 7 to 9, it's basically
Yeah.
caught you off guard. Choose 2 from the list.
Choose 2. Okay. I will take an appropriate condition. You know when you drink a lot of coffee and then you are extremely tired. Like you crash real hard. So I'll take exhausted. And then I'll say I'm knocked out of position, putting me in more danger. But I don't really know how that... I mean, I guess it just means that I'm going to be a mess in public.
I think we'll see what that means.
Okay.
Hey, Whack, I had a question.
Sure.
I, at some point, before Harry even picked us up, I think, took the injured. Would this be considered a rest, us eating and sitting down? Because that was, I think, 3 episodes ago, and I don't know if I'm rested
Absolutely.
or not. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the idea behind Harry trying to take you to this place, trying to find a way in his own way to get you all to relax a little bit, and it's not really worked out super well. But he's trying. So, right. Ron, if you want to put on your mask, we'll wait for you outside. And let's get going. Excellent. Well, it was good to meet you all. I have some more work to do before I head home. Don't stay up too late, Hermione. Ron, I think you have work to do. You shouldn't be really giving me any advice right now. All right.
Very nice to meet you, Minister.
Nice to meet you as well.
There's like this
Daisy.
really tiny text that sort of squirms its way into her field of view. Minister.
It was nice to meet you as well, Barney.
Barney's eyes somehow go wider.
Thank you.
Right, so, let's get going.
Yeah.
Can someone help Barney? He seems to be struggling.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, Gay. I just take Barney by the arm and help him up. Okay, Barney, just focus on breathing.
And you head out of the dessert parlor. Back onto the streets of London. Making your way back to Hogwarts. Harry and Ron are sort of leading the way. You hear them chatting a little bit. But you follow. Are there any conversations going on as you follow?
Hey, are y'all doing okay? Your breathing looked abnormal.
What's up with you?
The Minister of Magic, Rosie. That's Harry Potter, and that's Ron Weasley.
I think that they were in the Olympics, right?
No.
But the minister has a
People
special
do.
library.
People have been known to exist. You know?
I feel that, Clem. I feel that.
You might
Thanks,
get a
Rosie.
letter of recommendation from the minister.
So it's safe to say that they mean a lot to you.
But there's lots then there's when you really think about it, there could be other things, and then so there's all that going on.
Okay.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Lots of things, and then there's other things. I completely understand where both of you are coming from for once. That's amazing.
Yep. Same page, as they say in Spanish.
Page?
Okay.
Dang it! I was so close to really getting it.
Where are we going now?
Home? Oh?
Class, though? Are we going to home class?
I don't know.
What time do you think it is, Clem?
What time is it?
Okay. You're getting some rest when we get back.
What do you mean? I'm
alright?
totally fine. I don't know what anyone's talking about. I walk into the street.
Olive's going to
No.
try and immediately grab her.
Same.
Okay. You know what sounds really fun is everyone walking arm in arm with Clem in the middle and somebody else standing closer to the street.
I'm gonna stand next to the street, but I'm gonna slip Clem's hand through my scrunchie so that we're essentially just like rubber banded together. It's a friendship bracelet. Look, she's like a toddler on a leash.
I see this happening, and I put myself between the street and Rosie.
I'm gonna be on Clem's other side then, watching all of this unfold.
I mean, it was a very nice time out. I really enjoyed it. I am kind of tired, though. A little bit.
Rosie, where are you in the
The road
lineup
is here. Olive is here. Well, no, Maisie's here. Who's next to me by the road? Maisie?
Maisie.
Okay,
Me, yeah.
Maisie, me, Clem, Olive.
And I am holding on to you. Like I am.
Are you mom arming
this
my
is a grip? Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Like.
And Maisie's got a grip. Like it's.
that athletic
Strong.
grip?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Snitch
It's
catching
almost
grip.
like a massage.
A vice.
Like a pressure, like you have a pressure point in my arm almost. You can lessen up that. No, actually it's nice.
And I'm. This is not registering with me because I'm completely like roads. Absolutely terrifying. Don't even know what's going on there. So every time a car passes, like I am jumping out of my skin. Like I'm desperately trying to help her, but also like this is definitely not very safe.
Oh yeah, there's probably some like football hooligans that are wandering about as well. So you hear like random like in the distance. It's making no sense probably to any of you.
Do you hear that
Clem?
singing? It's beautiful.
Is that normal for Muggle?
Yeah, it's pretty
cities?
normal.
I think it's a mating call. Like animals.
I think it was a sport.
Muggles,
Mating is a sport?
they don't have mating calls, do they?
Is that
Yeah,
not
they're
like
like,
what singing is?
Oh.
Do they have
No,
anything
that's
like-
Look out if I ever make that sound to you. Oh.
Wait, but we don't have mating calls. I didn't think they were that different. That's still
Is that just
human.
like what flirting is? Like a version of a mating call.
What? But we don't yell.
And flirting is like standing outside of a window screaming a love song at someone.
Doesn't it sound like casual flying that a bird would do? Just flirting around. Oh, that's flitting. Flitting.
I think
it's
it's
close words with that other one. But birds are nice. I like birds. Owls are a bird. It's nighttime, so there's a wonderful see an owl.
And if what kind of songs do you think about when you think about that, Rosie?
Huh? Anything about
Nothing.
what?
Never mind.
A chicken's a bird, but it doesn't really fly. So can you see that a chicken flirts? I don't think so.
Maybe it's like when Ashley Indigo is talking to a boy that she thinks is cute, and she's like, you know, like maybe that's the mating call.
We
See,
nearly
like a
there.
seagull noise, almost like a seagull.
I love seagulls.
I hope so, Olive.
Hell.
You are approaching the leaky cauldron. You can see the street view, which looks, you know, very London-esque. It's a very different view inside the leaky cauldron. But Harry and Ron open up the door.
All right, everybody inside.
I'm gonna wait to make sure somebody leads Clem in first. I'm waiting to see and make sure she's not.
How big's the door, Whack? Are we able to walk in
Normal door size.
connected like we're walking in
Definitely
together
not.
at the same time? I'm just gonna keep trying to function, like we keep trying to walk into the door.
I think I would. I was going to ask if I could roll for this, but I think that I would know that of Olive. I think I would be able to see that. I was going to ask if I can read between the lines to see if I can understand what she's waiting for, but I actually think that I would know. I feel like I would understand that without rolling.
Yeah, you're good.
So I'd do it. I'd take her by the hand and go in so she can see Clem going in and safe.
Friendship. Olive's gonna follow once everyone else has gone inside.
Okay. You all head in, and you begin your journey back to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Through
I
the
sleep
flue.
on the whatever. Oh no, because we're just going back on flu powder. I'm so sorry. I'm leaving. Bye.
Going through the flue powder one at a time, the group returns to the three broomsticks. Arriving in the three broomsticks, you can see that there's a few witches and wizards about that are having probably dinner or the equivalent. And you can actually see Professor Longbottom there, along with a woman sitting with him.
Oh.
What? What?
What's
wrong?
I think he's on a date.
Maybe we can learn about flirting now.
I know exactly what to do. This is the night. What a beautiful night that there was.
What's she doing?
The
mating call?
broomsticks.
Is that what that is?
Rosie.
What?
Rosie.
It's a song.
Who are you trying to attract?
No. It's background music, like it's supposed to set the mood.
Oh, that.
Everyone in the three broomsticks is just staring at Rosie, including Professor Longbottom.
So that was for their benefit.
It's probably the first time that you've seen witches and wizards not stare at Harry Potter as the main source of interest.
Yeah. It's a superpower.
Nice to see you, Professor. Hello, everyone. We were just outside at in London. Right? It was London, right?
Hello? Harry? Oh, hi, Neville. We just took a little bit of a trip to the leaky cauldron. We had to make a quick trip to Diagon Alley, and we just needed to go there now. Harry,
it's against the rules to go to through the flu powder, especially so close to curfew. Right. But the headmistress knows about it, and
She knows
said
everything.
it was fine.
She did say that.
With special circumstances, it's
She's so cool, right? Right,
ministry
so cool.
ministry business, professor, just that. Secret stuff.
Yes. So we're just heading back to the school now, and hi, Hannah. Hope you're well. It's nice to see you. Oh, hello, Harry. It's nice to see you as well. We'll have to catch up.
That's a nice name. You have a nice name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is my wife, Hannah.
Yeah. Hello, Professor Wife Hannah.
Oh, she's a professor.
What does she
too?
look like?
So she's blonde, and she's fairly tall, and she's got like long hair, that's sort of pulled back a little bit, like she has it partially up, and she's rather sort of lithe. She's sitting like on the same side as Neville.
And none of us recognize her.
Don't think so.
Olive's gonna kind of lean over and give Clem a little pat on the back. You okay?
Oh, yeah. Totally fine.
You sure?
Fantastic, actually.
I want to read between the lines.
Absolutely. Go ahead and read between those lines.
That is
Like,
not
they're
the answer
pretty-
I was expecting.
They're pretty well spaced out.
Pretty well spaced out.
Okay,
This is a relationship with Clement, obviously.
cool.
Okay, a 7. You can ask one question from the read between the lines list.
How are they feeling?
Clem is feeling a sense of, like, resolution? Yeah, she's feeling like a sense of, like, relief and resolution and kind of, like...
Closure.
Closure. Yeah, she's feeling closure.
Mature. All right.
Maybe a little tiny bit petty.
That's what I was waiting for. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Olive's just going to continue, like, lightly patting Clem's back after she said that.
Well, I will. It was an unexpected pleasure to bump into you, Professor and Mrs. Professor. Yeah, enjoy your evening. And, well, Professor, I'll see you for class, and Mrs. Professor, I hope we run in when we're not so busy. Thank you, and good night.
Good night. Make sure that all your homework is completed?
Right. Yep. That was the yep.
Totally.
Yeah, it was the we were to study the proper care of the mandrake through its life cycle. Remember? And okay, I'll get some notes together for everyone just to be sure.
Good. Everyone, make sure to get some good sleep.
Sorry for the interruption, Professor. Professors.
I'm not a
Plural.
professor.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
a wife, I think.
What do you do?
You can't assume that, Rosie.
He said it already. He said it already.
I said, Mrs. Professor.
Oh,
Oh, I took that to mean that you were referring to her because she's married to our professor.
Is it like the president?
Was that what you were going for?
Yeah, just jumble. I couldn't get it, Mrs. Longbottom.
I thought the president was a man, Rosie. You said
like
that the
you
president was a man.
You say like
No, that's just because of the pastry or something, right?
So I think it's a good idea if we just head back to the school now. Sorry to interrupt, Neville. Who's your friend, by the way, Harry? Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling just fine. It's nice to meet you, Professor Longbottom.
You sure you're feeling all right? Your face is a bit never mind then. Nice to meet you, sir.
The name is
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens.
The 8th.
Of
Nice.
Canterbury.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Dickens. You have a lovely evening.
Thank you, Professor Longbottom.
All right, let's leave now, please. Thank you.
That's a good idea, Scap.
Okay. Have a good night, Neville, Hannah.
I do like a weird little curtsy, like a very awkward Bob curtsy on the way past them. It was nice to meet you. See you. Yeah.
I feel like it goes without saying that I'm leaving a dead leaf from my pocket on their table.
Of course.
Okay.
How could we assume anything else? And you head
favorite
out.
thing is that it kind of does go with us.
You head out of the Three Broomsticks and back to school. And along the path, as you are making your way back to school, night has basically fallen. It's probably about, I don't know. I would say maybe 8:30 or so, maybe even 9 o'clock. Your curfew is 10. And as you're walking back towards the school, Harry mentions, room of requirement and doing all of this. Are you... Well, how many people have... Does anyone have... What's the last class you have tomorrow?
I instinctively look at Olive.
That depends. What day of the week is it?
Well, it's Sunday today.
I mean,
Right.
I have double charms last on Mondays.
Okay.
On Monday,
Mondays.
Gryffindor's last class is Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Yeah, Rosie's in that one with you too, right?
My last class is either care of magical creatures or divination.
I think it's care of magical creatures, because it was the bat, right? We did all on the same day. Everyone did.
Bat, yeah, the bat.
Right. Okay. So we'll do a short lesson tonight, and then tomorrow we'll pick back up. Okay?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I just have to check in with the headmistress, and then we can start our lessons. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we need to bring or have prepared with?
Well, I suppose just your wands, and everything else we should be able to find quite easily in the room of requirement.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Sorry.
It's a cultural thing.
I'm Canadian.
I don't really understand what that means.
Canada? It's a country.
No, I know.
They make maple syrup there, Mr. Frauder.
You'd probably
Potter.
like hockey.
Potter, Rosie.
Potter, Mr. Potter.
When you speak to the headmistress, would it be at all possible to get notes signed by her for in case the prefect sees us returning to the dormitories past curfew?
That's a good
Hurry.
idea.
Mate, whatever happened to that map? Oh, I don't have it anymore. Where is it? It's, well, I gave it to someone else.
Is that?
A map.
We could find you a map if you need one.
I could draw one.
We could ask the room of requirement for a map, and then maybe it would give it to us because we need one.
Is that an old-looking parchment?
Clem is really good at stories, and she has excellent penmanship, so she would be wonderful at drawing one if we needed one.
Because
He looks at you and says, "What do you mean?"
maybe
About
me or Maisie or
Well, you said an old piece of parchment.
yeah, I saw some. I saw your son with one, and it looked like he was looking around and looking at the parchment, and I figured if maybe you had a map and you gave it to someone, if you told Lily about the room of requirement, it makes sense that you maybe give it to
You see Ron draw his wand. Harry immediately does the same.
I didn't. I
And
wasn't
there's
gonna.
it looks like there is something approaching the group,
I draw my wand.
Hey,
Same.
flying through the air, landing nearby on a broom. You see someone dressed in wizard robes
very, not dress robes, but like elegant sort of looking robes. She has her hair pulled back in a ponytail. And she sort of dusts herself off. And she says,
Or a Potter.
You want to tell me who this is?
You scared me. Maybe, I don't know, put a light on or something. What are you thinking? You probably scared the kids half to death. I'm surprised that they're out at night. Or a Potter? What is the meaning of this? I don't really have to answer to you, do I? You should be reporting to me. What is happening? Well, we saw that there was some flu activity in the 3 broomsticks, and that you had left, along with several students. I wanted to confirm. That's correct. Perhaps you should have let me know. You're probably right. I should have let you know. But maybe we could have had this conversation another time. I'm taking the students back to the school. About that, sir. Yes? There's been an incident. Spit it out then. What's going on? It appears that there has been... Well, the headmistress would like to see you, sir.
she looks at the rest of you.
All right. Listen, head to where we spoke about and I'll be there soon. Who is this, sir? It's... my assistant, Charles.
Dickens.
The 8th.
Of Canterbury.
Charles Dickens the 8th of Canterbury. At your service.
Very well, sir. He's allowed on school grounds, sir? That's right. He has permission. If you could follow me, please, sir.
Harry looks back at the rest of you, and then he looks back at Charles. And he says,
just keep an eye on them, Charles.
Will do, sir.
And Harry rushes off with this horror, leaving you and Charles behind.
Who was
Mr.
that?
Charles, do you know that lady? Well, she was sort of intimidating and...
Ron shakes his head and he says,
That's one of Harry's auras. Can't stand her. Always seems like she's got a broomstick up. She's rather uptight.
She's scary.
You can say bottom, you know.
Maisie.
Sorry.
All right,
Can
well,
we-
for now, we should head back to the room of requirement.
Right. Yeah, we should. Okay, I'm gonna keep my wand in my hand though, just in case. Because there was an incident.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey.
I look around to see where everyone is and kind of take myself to the back of the group so I can see everybody.
Heading back towards the school with Charles Dickens VIII of Canterbury leading the way. Swaff follows through the night. And that's a good place for us to take our break. Good first half, everybody. If you haven't done so, please follow these wonderful people. It appears that they have a new teacher for some extra credit stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
In the
just being
shape
taught
of,
by like Harry Potter is like no big.
in the shape of Harry Potter. But what is happening in Hogwarts? I wonder. We'll have to find out soon. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all of these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW to follow them in all of the places. Please go follow them. They're wonderful humans and great role players. Give them a follow. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. And yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. Back in just a few. As Charles Dickens VIII of Canterbury leads our group to the Room of Requirement, you can see that the school is mostly quiet, as you would expect around this time. The proper entrance ceremony is done by Ron, and you all enter the room. You see the door start to appear out of nowhere and grow in size, and Ron opens it.
All right, head inside, everybody.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the... just to confirm, is that we're in the Room of Requirement?
That's the door that Charles Dickens VIII of Canterbury has just opened for you, yes.
I would like to immediately investigate, please.
Upon entering?
Yes, as soon as I'm in the room.
Okay.
She says, not having her roll ready. Oh, well, there goes my checking for traps.
Sure. So what do you think this looks like, Maisie, as you walk in and you try to investigate?
I think I'm so stressed. I think Maisie's anxiety level is like through the roof. It's been a long heckin' day, right? And so with all the will in the world, it's like just looking at can't see the trees for the forest, or can't see the forest for the trees, or whichever way around it is. I think I'm just so stressed, and my brain is working so overboard. It's that I just don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. I'm just too overwhelmed to be able to see anything or to identify what in the room would be different or unusual.
Well, upon entering, you actually do see a very sort of different looking room. Looking around, you can see that it's fairly sparse. However, there are several differences. There's what you would assume to be some padding and such on the ground. You can see that there are several strange looking kind of, well, they sort of look like humans, but they're made of wood, and they have this sort of target on their chest, and you can see that they have these sort of mock wands in their hands, and they're scattered about the room in different places. A few of them appear to be on some kind of like mechanism of some kind. They are what you would understand to be probably some kind of target dummy.
Oh, this is like a real training room. you thought of this so fast.
You see the melty sort of looking face just start to get peeled off.
Well, it's kind of, well, what we had before, you know. Well, back when Dumbledore's army was the thing.
You would.
Dumbledore's army? What is that?
Well, yeah, so, well, back in the day, we had, well, we had our own sort of, you know, group, a lot like what you have going on, you know? And it was, well, sort of like training, you know? And, we needed a place where we could do it in secret because there was Umbridge and she was terrible. Awful, awful woman. And we had to sort of, you know, prepare because our, you know, Defense Against the Dark Arts class was rubbish. And, well, we needed a place to practice. So we all kind of had it under our, well, in our heads that we would get, you know, Harry to help us since he had done so much and he'd learned a lot on his own. And am I doing a decent job of explaining? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a need for, or you could say there was a requirement.
Did any of the things you learned here ever come in handy?
Oh, yeah. Loads of times. I mean, I think, like, that's the time that, you know, a lot of us, sort of developed, you know, like, kind of like our signature spells, you know?
Right.
You can have a signature spell?
Oh, well, sort of, yeah. I mean, like, Harry's really good at, you know, Expelliarmus and, Patronus, you know.
What's yours?
Oh, well.
He looks a bit sheepish.
I was... well, Hermione was really good at, you know, the shield charm.
Hmm.
And you?
Well, I mean, I was good at a lot of things, I suppose, right?
Like what?
disguises.
Sure.
Wizard's chess?
Right, really, I'm still really good at wizard's chess. I suppose, well, I mean, after some time, you know, okay, I don't know if I really had, like, a signature spell, not really. I mean, stupefy, maybe.
That's a really good one. So
Yeah, it's tricky to give it the right amount of oomph. Sometimes, so mastering the oomph of stupefy, that does take some master. I can say that from personal experience. I oomphed myself a bit.
So, right. So, this place, I mean, we use the room, for lots of different spells and things. And, you know, the targets sort of moved about, and we also sort of practiced against each other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mr. Weasley, was anyone ever hurt? Well, I mean, not seriously hurt. A few bumps and bruises, a few scrapes.
what should we practice tonight?
Well, I kinda would have assumed that Harry would have been doing this. I suppose, well...
I mean, maybe we can show off some spells so you can see where we're at.
Great idea. Wicked.
But okay, who wants to go first? Anyone?
Why don't you go first, Alex, since it was your idea?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Go first, Alex.
Do you have a spell that you like to cast, you know?
I am. There's a few. There's a new one that I've been wanting to try, so maybe that's good because we might be learning new ones, and I have a new one I wanted to try out. But I just a moment. I'm gonna turn away a little bit. So, this is our first spell, and I just want you to know that I trust you, and we're gonna do great. Okay. Okay. I turn towards one of the targets. Glacius. I cast the Glacius spell. 7.
What happens, Alex?
I cast the Glacius charm. A blast of icy cold air streams out from the end of my wand and coats over the wooden dummy, and it freezes in place and stops moving just for a little bit, and then it sort of thaws out kind of immediately, and then starts moving again a little bit. That's kind of like that. I must have done the thank you wand. Thank you.
I'm furiously applauding in the corner.
It's
Nice,
supposed to freeze
mate.
it more. It's supposed to freeze more, but I maybe did the.
Good for a first try.
I rushed my spiral motion, I think.
Alex, that was really good.
Like really cool to be able to even cast a spell.
Yeah, good job, Alex.
Okay. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
who's next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. What spell do you like to cast?
I hate to cast spells. I don't do it. But I'll try.
Do you have an idea or anything?
I've got an idea of a spell I was gonna cast. Can somebody tell me what year it is? Because I don't know what it is. It's been on my list for a while. It's badgering.
That one's
Is it year 1?
It's the first year.
Badgering?
first year.
The badgering spell is year 1.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Just gonna ready myself up and get like into a really serious stance, but then turn it into like a yoga pose. And so that's +2 since I'm a year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Badgering.
Rosie casts a spell. Rosie, what does this look like when you cast your spell?
Everybody's seeing that was partially successful.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. You see the weird wooden soldier turn partially into a badger?
It's a wooden badger, but yes. It's like you sort of see like a vague badger-like shape.
Olive is just gonna like sprint to Rosie and like fling her arms around her into a hug.
Did y'all see that?
Rosie!
Wow.
You're one, but I guess
Brilliant
so.
duck.
Yeah.
It's a.
Oh,
Oh, it's a beautiful badger, Rosie.
I ducked right at the moment you cast it, just to be sure, and I did really good. My timing was good. I was practicing making space for spell casting for my friends. That's what Mr. Weasley was commenting on.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for ducking, just in case, because we all
Just
know
in
what
case.
happens normally.
Yeah, just so you feel comfortable and safe. Yeah.
You should keep it and put it in the Hufflepuff common room. You know,
Hey, can
badger.
I keep that wooden badger?
Well, you can only take certain things out of the room of requirement.
Yeah,
wouldn't-
yeah.
Like the badger.
What do badgers count?
No, it probably wouldn't work.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Because if you
it's fine.
think about it, if you could just require the room to make things, then you just say, I really want gold bars, and then you just take them out all the time. You have lots of gold. So
No, yeah,
probably
that's-
one of the requirements is that the things can't leave. That makes sense. That's a clever spell. How would you make it? I guess you put a boundary thing on it, but how is...
Who's
there's
next?
I think there's a book called something, and then...
I don't worry, I'm drawing it to keep it in my memory forever.
I can go next, Uncle Ron.
Just like it, looks just like it.
Okay, Lily, why don't you show us what you've got? Lily begins to cast a spell. Expelliarmus! The wooden wand in the target's hand goes flying. Lily grabs it from the air. It worked! Nice cast! Good job, Lily! Who's next?
Really good.
I could go.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Definitely.
And Olive's gonna kind of like stand up straighter and fix her posture a bit and hold her wand at the ready and say, Lumos Spotifico. What year spell is that?
This was, I believe, a second year spell.
Okay.
You got a special bonus, basically.
I was gonna say, because I know we added it to my spell bank in year 1, so do I just add a 1 forward to it? Because it's a year below where we're
Yes.
currently at?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a beam of bright light that emanates from Olive's wand. What do you think? What does this look like, Olive?
It almost looks like an extension of her. It almost feels more that the light is coming from her and the wand is almost just like a conduit. Like that's how like powerful that shock of magic was and how like in tune she was with her wand when she was casting it. And it's just like the brightest light that you can possibly picture emanating from something that's not like a stage light or like a giant industrial thing. And it's like I think everyone would have to instinctively squint at how bright it is.
Oh yeah, you see Ron like hold up his arm, blocking his vision. Whoa!
That's the spell that vanquished the shade.
Right.
Super good.
Wicked.
Really good.
It's really good. Yeah,
Good
that's
job,
great.
Olive.
Knocks. And she's gonna turn it off.
Well done, Olive. It's really good.
Thanks.
Without issue, Olive turns off the Lumos Pontifico. Ron's looking at you, Maisie, Clem.
and Barney.
I'm only really good at, like, fixing stuff. And well...
Do lots of things.
I could break something real quick.
Thanks, Alex. Oh,
I believe in you. You can do this.
Sure, Olive, Sure. Let's go. Let's break something.
Olive's gonna look around. Is there, like when we were here last time, there was a little station for hot drinks. Do they have that here?
No, this is pretty Spartan. It's there's several of these dummies around. There's a few targets and things. The targets are kind of probably like maybe some wooden boards that maybe are sticking out, and they have sort of like roughshod targets just kind of painted on them in like weird spots around.
I can try break something for you if you want. Okay, I can try.
I think
I can try. It's fine. I'll break something. I'll just this one's really important. If we can do this one, it would be really good. Thank you. I point my wand at one of the dummies. Bombarda.
Alex casts the spell. Alex, what does this look like?
I point my wand and cast Bombarda, and I'm shooting at the middle of three of the dummies, and the middle one just splinters and explodes in the center of it, and pieces of it go flying and get stuck into the ones next to it. That should work. That
should do it.
Whoa!
Wow. I step forwards and I cast Reparo.
And we see what, Maisie, as you cast this spell?
It's like a slow-mo movie with like these different shards of things that exploded, like rewinding themselves back into the middle of the dummy. So you sort of see the explosion in sort of slight slow motion as everything just effectively rewinds all the way back. But it goes from the inside out. So you see the dummy reform from its very core to its very, very tips of its fingers.
Wow.
Super good.
I have to say, I'm usually on the one that's, blowing the stuff up. So seeing it go the other way is impressive.
He's good at fixing things and making them better.
I immediately run over to Alex and throw myself at him in a really big hug.
That was really, really good, Maisie.
Thank you.
And it was me that time with the spell, and it didn't hurt you, so...
No, it didn't.
wanted
You
to
did really well. You helped
I wanted
me.
to show you that I could...
You helped me.
Thank you.
I very quickly, you'd almost miss it, it's this quick. I just give him a tiny little kiss on his cheek and then step away immediately and turn away to go and join the rest of the group.
Can I roll to see if I saw that?
Can we all roll to see if we saw that?
It's really quick. It's really
That's why I'm asking to roll. There's gotta be a chance.
I think Maisie needs to make a roll. Let's do quick and quiet, Maisie.
Oh, Lord. Is this with my relationship with Alex, please?
Absolutely. Too quick to notice.
Dang!
I think my hair is just so completely in the way. I'm so fast, and it's just as I pull away, it's just like masking everything. I feel like it was so quick that Alex maybe even doubts that it happened.
That was good, Alex. Good job. Why are you
I look
so
over my
red?
shoulder at Alex and smile at him.
You all right? You feeling all right? You look really red.
Spell casting's really stressful, right?
That one.
Yeah. Stresses me out too. I get really sweaty.
Yeah, there's.
You did great, though.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm
There's
just beaming watching this from the other side of the room.
And there's always time for tea. And then yep. So that's great. And when
Okay, Barney. It's your turn.
Is he all right?
Barney steps up and takes a deep breath. He points his wand
this.
and he casts a spell. And you see flames erupt from the end of Barney's wand as he casts Incendio. You can see that his wand glows brightly for a moment, and then nothing happens for a second. And then his eyes go a bit wide, and the flames like shoot out really, really intensely for a second, and then just
write
kind
something,
of stop.
Barney. Write something.
It kind of stopped abruptly.
Okay.
Barney looks at his wand, and then he sort of like touches the tip for a second, and it's like he's testing the temperature. I think I messed it up a little. No,
You could make like a really good barbecue with that.
You didn't, Barney. You're doing it with. You're doing hard mode casting because you don't do the verbal part. So it's like you're casting spells that are years ahead of us, and you still. It's always so. I don't. Just so good.
Thanks.
You need to give me notes on my your wand movement is so elegant. It's always so precise, and you need to help me with that part. It's so good.
Ron's nodding his head. Great job, Barney.
Sure.
Clem, what are you gonna cast?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I like very tentatively walk up. Fumos.
The spell is cast. And what do you think happens, Clem?
I think that after all of this, like, very impressive visual spectacle, nothing happens. I stand there alone with a wand that did absolutely nothing.
I don't think we let you be alone. I certainly Maisie runs to you immediately.
You know what you
Yeah.
need? A pep talk. And we're gonna try again.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
A great idea.
Okay.
Maybe some chocolate?
Work out. That's okay.
Fruit pug?
Honestly, I bring other things to the dynamic than, magical abilities or anything like that. So that's fine. I can be really loud. You know what I can do? I can run into the battlefield and scream to take the attention off. Like.
One spell not working doesn't mean that you can't cast spells at all. I've failed to make magic go the right way before. I've done really accidentally awful things with spells misfiring, including one incident with my mum's eyebrows that we won't talk about here. But I don't think that you should write yourself off just because of one failed spell.
We all
Yeah.
fail. It's what it is to be alive, to get things wrong. Nobody gets everything right all the time.
Think about
It's
how
just
many
a
times
lot.
I get it wrong.
I have an idea. What if we go and stand behind one of the training dummies, and mentally you can picture they're like a bad guy, and they're between you and us, and we're... Oh, help us, Clem, help
I
us,
rush over
Clem.
to one of the dummies and I pull its arm over in front of me.
Oh no, he's got Alex! Oh no!
I need help. I need a distraction or a help.
And
Or
Olive
the
runs
wand.
over, and she pretends to do like a fainting thing down in front. Oh no, they got me!
Yeah,
Save
I'm
me,
terrified.
Clem, save
And I need claim the reclaimer. I don't know, reclaim us from it. It's a pun.
Oh no.
Help.
Oh.
I tried.
I'm-
She's here just in claiming time.
Oh, that was.
Olive's gonna raise her hand up for a high five.
Yeah, thank you.
Ron is nodding.
Easy.
Nice.
Can I try to inspire Clem?
Absolutely. Of course. That's what it's there for.
It doesn't give a benefit to magic.
Dang it! But it's gonna give a benefit to her heart.
For men, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Yeah.
Listen, if I can fail all of my spells and get one right, then you can get like most of yours right and fail one every once in a while. And also you memorized and rewrote a book like 17,000 times. I don't even know a witch or wizard that could do that, and that's actually crazy. And we should have a gender neutral witch or wizard. Anyways, I'll get back to that one.
I like
think,
mage.
Mage is great. Sorry, but I just think that like if you could drink 2 cups of coffee today, then you could do anything.
Okay. You know what? Maybe it didn't work because I really wanted to try a spell that was like actually like 4th year. And because I felt like my heart wasn't in it, maybe.
Well,
If you don't save me, this bad wizard's gonna turn my face into an upside down face forever. And that would make things awkward an awful lot, I'm sure.
I'll just
They say that the purebloods are supposed to be really good at magic, but I've never really been very good at it. And I picked this spell that I know the most, that I've been casting since 1st year. If I'd have picked a spell that was really hard, that's like this year or like next year or in a million years in the future, I guarantee you the room would be in pieces. And then that would be problematic because so would I. And then I'm the one who's good at repairers. So, I mean, we'd be completely screwed. So I'm just saying it's okay to do what you're comfortable with sometimes, okay?
Okay. I think that's okay.
I
Maybe
mess
could
up
I try one
spells,
more time?
like all the time. I mean, I used to mess up spells all the time, and I got better over, years and things, and you'll do great. You just, you have to just practice a lot. That's all it takes. It's just practice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I try one more time? Then?
Of course.
Okay. I take a deep breath, and I imagine last year, right before I was turned into stone, and I failed the spell that might have stopped me from being turned into stone.
What were you
And-
feeling at that time?
Thought I could do anything, and then I couldn't. So that was a thing that I learned, but I'm gonna try and channel it beneficially, benevolently, to work in my favor. And I close my eyes, take a deep breath, put my arm out, and then very firmly say, Defendo.
Cast the spell. What does it look like when you cast the spell, Clem?
Okay. So, I say Defendo, and then there's like a rush of air that kind of hits the mannequin, and there are a bunch of little cuts that appear on the mannequin, but they're not very deep. It's just like maybe the sound of a cut happening, and a little tiny scratch.
Good job. Well done.
Oliver's gonna like scream and start jumping up and down and do a giant hug around Clem. You did it!
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to go like way deeper and stuff, but I mean, I'll take it.
Wait, let me. I try push the arm a bit and see if it breaks at all. Just give it a shove.
We knew you could do it, Clem.
It breaks.
Please.
Yeah, I just touch it a little bit and it falls away. It was only. I think it was just because it was leaning on me that it was held up.
You took its arm off.
Literally nailed it.
That means it literally can't point a wand at anyone anymore.
Clem is the hero. Woo!
Okay. Well, now it's
Yeah.
getting now. Okay. Well, now.
Clem, you walked up and you said, you think you can use that arm to point wands at my friends? Well, what if I take its swath? And
Oh
then you took
my
its swath.
God,
That was
Alex.
so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my
Thank you.
dad that one.
Okay.
Ow.
You're welcome.
Ron is
All
just
right,
nodding
well-
his head. He's got his arms crossed, smiling and nodding his head.
Cool. So we all did great today.
You hear this like strange sort of metallic bell-like sound, and you can see the that sort of like large, old-timey sort of that speaker sort of like come up out of the ground again, and you recognize it as the means of communication with the outside, and you can hear a voice start to come through.
Hey, Ron, can you let me in? Oh, there's Harry. We have to just go let him in.
No. Ask him a question only he would know. That's what we had to do to get in. It's a safety measure.
I think I got one. No problem.
Ron walks up to the speaker thing, and he's like,
What was our first impediment to trouble? First, what? The first impediment to us causing trouble. Come on, keep up, mate.
What's impediment mean?
It's a thing that's
Draco
that makes a thing harder.
Malfoy? Yeah, that'll do.
The door begins to open. And you see Harry
guessing
Potter
that-
start to walk in.
What was the right answer then?
Would have accepted Fluffy as well.
Oh, okay. Good to know for the future.
Yep. So, Mr. Potter, is the incident something that we can know about?
Everything's all right. My colleague is rather over-eager.
I'll just leave it at that. You can see Harry looks rather angry.
Who was that, Mr. Potter? What's her name?
That is Aura Wisteria.
Oh.
So she was a bit hysterical.
Ron just starts. Barney's chortling as well. And Harry says,
So, I assume that you've gotten them started then? I see you've gotten the room back into old shape. A bit nostalgic, Ron. Oh, well, I mean, it just kind of, made sense or whatever. Should I have done something different? No, I think it's perfect. What about the rest of you?
Mm-hmm. Well, we showed Mr. Weasley our spell casting abilities, so that he could get a gauge of how we do with spells.
All right, good. So Ron's gotten you started then. I think let's make things just a little bit more difficult.
Well, we don't have to do that.
Harry begins to move his wand through the air like a conductor. And you can start to see the targets begin to move all around the room. You can see that there are a few of these boards that sort of like pop in and out, and they've got targets on them. You can see that these wizard-like targets sort of sway back and forth. A few of them spin and draw their wands and point them. And you can see like a little flash of light at the end of some of the wands. And Harry's sort of waving his wand around like a conductor, and he says,
All right, Ron, line them up. Okay, everybody line up. Who's first?
Okay.
I'll be at the back.
Do we have to have one with one of the
I think
moving?
Alex should go first, because he's so good.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, are you kidding? Were you not there for the last 20 minutes of life?
Okay, I'll try a different spell this time. Which one should I hit?
Harry's waving his wand around, and he says,
You'll have to keep a close eye, because you never know when or where an attack can come from. If you keep an eye out, maybe you'll notice that one will turn red.
And Harry is waving his wand around. Just out of the corner of his eye, he looks towards you, and he says,
Like that.
and he points towards one of them.
Stupefy. I cast Stupefy.
Go ahead and cast Stupefy.
12.
What does it look like when you cast the spell, Alex?
I just whip my wand round towards it, and this it's like a red blur moves through the air, and boom, the target shakes, vibrates in the air.
you see like this target that's sort of leaning out behind like a column as it sort of is hit, recoils a bit like it's on its spring almost, and you see the wand get drawn back like upwards towards the ceiling, and it you can see like the heads sort of fall down almost like it's sort of falling asleep standing up. Nice! Great job!
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Who's next in line?
I'll go.
All right, Olive.
What kind of spells would you like us to do?
Anything
Could
will
I-
work for this first session.
Could I use fire?
Do you like to use fire? Okay.
And Olive kind of like skips in place a little bit and then straightens and tries to look serious.
Be ready. You never know when a witch or a wizard could attack. And Harry points to like the other side from where you're looking, and you can see like a board sort of flops outwards, like it sort of flies outwards with a target on it, and you can see it.
Incendio.
It glows, and you shoot out an incendio.
Yeah, I'm not taking any chances.
And an 11. You cast the spell. What does it look like?
It's a burst of fire. If you've ever seen one of those like machines that does them at like theme parks or whatever, where they come out super large, but then there's nothing behind it. It's like a super clean fireball coming out. And when it hits the board, it like burns it in a way that it wouldn't be able to if it was regular fire. It's almost like it freezes it in place as the fire kind of like eats it, and then the ashes all fall. But it hovers for like just a split second where you see the shape of whatever the board was, and then it falls.
Good job. You hear Ron like clapping. Nicely done.
I like fire. Thank you.
Barney probably like leans in towards you, Alex, and says, wow, everyone is so good. Fire incendio spell was so much better than mine.
Well, maybe that time. Well, maybe try next. Have you tried Incendio again? Try and you're so good at your speaking spell.
I can't
try and cast
speak
it
at
like-
one of the targets, Alex.
Well, I do the same shaping
What?
feeling. I'm just trying. When you cast the spell, try and feel the shape of the spell, like feel the shape of the words or something. Does that make sense?
Oh.
How? I don't think you need to overthink it, Barney. You're such a great wizard.
You see Lily go up next. She casts a spell, and she yells, Reducto! And there's a big boom, because she rolled an 11. There's a, basically like another one of the targets explodes as Lily connects with it. Nice job, Lil! Who's next?
I'll try.
Maisie, you're amazing.
I'm gonna go with fire too. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm ready.
Harry's waving the wand around. He looks at you, and He spins one of the targets with the wand. You see like one of the wizard or witch targets spin around, draw the wand towards you. Be careful, it could be anywhere.
Incendio.
What happens,
+3,
Maisie?
ladies and gentlemen. The end of my wand catches fire, and I run around the room trying to blow it out. No! No! Oh,
Hey, put it in my soup. Put it in my soup.
I put it in our soup.
I knew that violet soup would come in handy. Nice.
Okay,
Tried.
it's all right. It happens to all of us.
Tried.
Don't worry.
Tried.
It's okay. There's plenty of chances.
I sidle up next to Maisie. Hey, you're still Maisie.
I kind of like pat her on the back and give her a look like, you got this. You got this.
Okay, who's next?
I can go.
Okay, come on, Clem.
Okay.
Harry begins to wave the wand around, and he glances at you, and he says, "You never know where you could be," and he spins around and points behind you. You could
Okay.
be attacked from.
I spin and say, Averte statum.
Cast your spell,
I don't know why I
please.
said it in a British accent, but
Maybe that has an effect on its efficacy.
maybe. It's a second year spell, so I get +1, right?
Yes. What happens as you cast the spell?
Yes. The thing just like gets thrown back like a foot, if it can.
The target just sort of, there's this like horrible screech as like the base of the target sort of screeches along the bottom. The target's on like sort of like a spring, and it just kind of flies backwards and then bounces forward on a spring like a jack-in-the-box. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Who's next? Come on, Rosie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, okay, I got it.
You can do it, Rosie. I know you can do it. You're the best.
Oh, thanks. I can just, is he just like slinging around one of the big dummies, right, Wack?
Well, he's pointing at different targets around the room. There's like
Okay,
targets that sort of like spring outwards, like that are on a board, and some of them are witches and wizards and stuff. And basically the targets that like spring outwards sort of maybe glow for a second. And the witches and the wizards have wands, and they'll like point them when they seemingly are ready to attack.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna, Spongify!
Rosie casts a spell. What happens, Rosie?
I accidentally cast Spongify on my shoe instead of the wizard because I got nervous, and now my shoe is a sponge. Dang it. Not again.
Rosie looks like she's sort of bouncing a little bit, like she's wearing those old school moon shoes. You know, the like portable trampolines.
Can I help you? Can I try to help you with
Yeah,
that?
please, I get seasick.
I'm assuming
I can help. I can help. Lean on me,
Barney's
Rosie.
better with these. Yeah, Barney's better with these.
Oh,
ones.
so you're not gonna cast a spell? I think I'm just gonna take my shoe off.
Yeah, okay. I
Cool,
could.
Barney can fix your
Well,
shoes.
that's fine.
It'll help me
Yeah.
with my magic.
I think I can fix him Rosie?
Really? Because my dads would be real mad if this shoe is made of sponge forever.
Yeah. Finite incantatum. And Olive's gonna put the tip of her wand onto Rosie's shoes when she does it.
Go ahead and cast a spell. Olive casts the spell. And we sort of see Rosie bouncing for a moment in place, and then...
Hey, my shoe is back!
Oh.
Yes.
I was gonna go with Repair-Farge and see if that would have undone the transformation. Would that have worked?
Okay, come on, Barney.
Okay.
Alright. Barney shakily steps up. Okay, Barney. Now, sometimes you have to worry about targets showing up where you least expect them. And he turns and points near Barney's feet. Barney sort of like leaps backwards for a second.
Come on, Barney.
And he casts a spell. As you see... Barney point his wand. And suddenly, this target that has sort of flapped outwards begins to look like it's blowing up with air.
Yes! Yeah, he cast Inflatus. He was helping me practice it.
And he points the... It worked! It worked!
And it's so good.
Good job, Barney! I cast that on my aunt once.
Yes, it's so good when he didn't even have to...
Whoa! Your aunt must suck. What? Or she doesn't, and you're mean. No, she sucks.
Did she survive?
I think so.
You don't even know?
She wasn't the best aunt. I'll leave it at that.
Hold
How
it.
old were you?
All right, who's next? He's got a big, stupid smile on his face. Lily's shaking her head. She was fine. He's just being
He was
dramatic.
so casual about murder, Lily.
He's joking.
Murder.
I can't believe we're ever worried about us being okay when Harry Potter can murder his aunt and get away with it.
He didn't murder her.
Gives me hope for the future.
And the next 30 minutes or so are spent with Harry and Ron as the group is practicing spells for the rest of the night. Harry takes a deep breath and he says, "All right, everybody. Good job."
It's really intense, but that's what it was like when we ran into the real thing, I guess, so it makes sense.
Do we have to stop already?
I'm afraid so. It's getting late.
But we get to come back and do it again, right? Soon, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Okay.
And then I'll have to
The
speak.
charms last.
I'll have to speak to the headmistress and the other auras just to make sure when we can do it next. But I want everybody to start thinking about signature spell and what you might like to cast, and you're gonna have
What's
to start
useful?
practicing.
Right.
But really good work. Well done.
Well,
Thank you,
well, thank you.
sir.
Thanks.
Professor Potter.
Please,
Head
just call me
order.
Harry.
Okay, Professor Harry.
Mr. Harry.
You walked into that one, mate. Shut up, Ron. So yeah, good job everybody, and well, I won't be here tomorrow, but it was nice to help. Ron, I've got work tomorrow. So do I.
Who's gonna be here?
Well, I'll be here tomorrow, and I'll try to stop by, whenever I can.
Need to bring the Olipop.
Maybe I'll bring some other things that might help. Or things that might pop up.
Right.
It's scary. Does Mr. Larry ever scare you?
Harry. With an H.
Wait, okay.
Harry.
All right, everybody. So, yeah. You should head back to your dormitories and have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome.
And the trip to London.
And the ice cream.
Right, that too, and the ice cream and stuff. Yeah.
And thanks for not blowing me up when I at the second cup of coffee.
Why would I? What?
Like you did your aunt?
Oh, right. No, with her, she was a bit
Stinky.
more like one of the worst people I've ever met.
Well, you just met me, so you just
Ashley Indigo. Now I know what
like
to
it was
do.
a joke. Slap Clem's hand in response.
To work on your delivery.
You're not one
Maybe
of the
your
worst
timing.
people I've ever met.
See?
it was okay. Well,
You are, without
But-
a doubt, one of the best people I've ever met.
wait, who? What?
Which one?
And Harry
Clem.
pats you on the shoulder.
Which one?
You.
Clem's like a
What?
yeah. You're like you're like a rock or something really sturdy that we can all that stops all of us getting washed away by things. That's you do that really good. You keep us all tied together.
Dependable.
So
I'm never gonna make that joke
Yes.
again because now it feels like I was fishing. I wasn't fishing. I wasn't. I've learned my
No,
lesson.
right.
So, yeah.
I know how to fish.
Harry pats you on the shoulder, Clem, and says, he'll sort of like lean down and say, "You don't have to be so hard on yourself. Everyone needs practice, and you did great."
Thank you, Harry.
He smiles. "All right, Lil, give me a hug."
Olive's going to lean over to Maisie and just go, "Is Clem going to be Lily's new stepmom?"
I don't think that's how that works, Olive.
Okay, he was just being really nice. I couldn't tell if there was a vibe.
You can be nice without flirting.
Okay, I was just picking up on a vibe.
Well, maybe I didn't pick up on the vibe.
Okay,
Can I
next time we just pay more attention.
can I please read between the lines?
Sure. On whom?
Between Harry and Clem.
Sure.
Sorry, I've just accidentally cascaded all of my windows. That's really damn.
That's a mood.
Read between the lines. And I have a +1 from last week.
Okay, you can ask a question.
How are they feeling? Clem. How is Clem feeling?
Clem is deeply uncomfortable with earnestness and compliments, but there's absolutely no romantic, flirty, blushiness about her whatsoever. Zero.
I mean, maybe I'm misreading, but I think it's just clumpy and clam.
Just checking.
It's worth checking. It's definitely worth the check.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Why,
Night, everybody.
Why did you ask, Olive?
Good night.
Good night,
Night,
Mr.
night.
Harry.
Don't
Hey, Mr. Harry
let the
Potter.
griffins bite. What do y'all wizards say to go to bed?
What?
Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the what? We say bugs. Do y'all say something else?
Werewolves? That would make sense.
Hopefully nothing will bite us in Dreamland.
Oh, so y'all don't.
Yeah.
There's no saying for that.
They leave the room of requirement. And that is where we're going to end the session today. Good session, everybody.
You?
Digger?
You're the wonderful thing about wizards. Always
love-
a wonderful thing.
I love where Negs' cam has frozen, by the way. It's fantastic.
She looks like she's judging all of us.
Yes.
Because I am.
Looks like she's judging chat on the stream,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's looking directly
It
at
is.
chat.
Great.
Possibly. Also, I would just like to
There we
say
go.
for the record, just shouldn't have to say it, but just for the record, that's just what kids are like when they're little. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that's appropriate, chat. Please, dear God, know that I'm not saying that's appropriate. I think when you're 12, though, you're just kind of like, oh my gosh.
Every human is interactable.
Yeah, it's how you learn about those things is just by going, here's the thing, everywhere, all the time.
I feel like we constantly say that to each other as well. They're like, we're kids, we're children.
Yeah.
I remember in elementary school, though, everyone would be like, oh my God, you want to marry the teacher. You have a
Yeah.
crush on the teacher. And you're just little kids, you know? Anyway, okay, bye. That was my introduction.
Yeah, good session, everybody. You got the opportunity to get a little education from Harry and Ron and practice, and it was my way of getting you to start learning your signature spells, because that is something you get at your third year. You get to start learning your signature spells. Mechanically, what that is, a signature spell is a +2 to a spell, and it basically gets locked in as your signature spell. So you should start thinking about that, what you would like to lock in as your signature spell. And yeah, so we've got some end of session stuff to do. Let's start with the traits, and if anybody feels like they acted counter to any of their traits, and if anything needs to change there. We feel good about all the traits and everything.
Yeah, I feel good.
I think
I have a
Maisie's-
question. Oh, go ahead. Well,
It's because I feel like Maisie's kind of moving potentially a little bit away from self-righteous and more towards arrogant. Like, I feel like there's a line between those two, and I feel like she's sort of navigating it a little bit. So I don't think I want to change it now, but I think she might be on the way there.
Okay. I
I don't get that at
I
all,
don't
dude.
know if I was getting that either.
Really? Oh, okay.
No.
All right. That's good because it wasn't intentional. I just keep thinking back on her decisions, like interrupting Harry and being like, "Stop it."
I got the impression it was more like anxiety, really.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm good.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, Margles, go.
Oh, right. I was gonna say, oh, right. I can't change the top one anyway, so I don't know why I
Locked
would
in.
be bringing this up. So, peace. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, hear me out here. There's a chance that Rosalina has the trait industrious that I'm thinking might not be so accurate if I was to give her a trait?
Well, it kind of
Now?
depends on the way that you use it. I mean, it's up to you. The way that I've interpreted that for Rosie is she does work hard, but in her own ways. You know, like it's not necessarily schoolwork
she's just
that
a
she's
little
industrious.
choosy with the industriousness.
Well, Rosie spends a lot of time making food. She works pretty hard at like making sure other
food and
people are
potions
happy
and
and stuff.
She made a full basket for a date and like literally sewed a blanket for them within like a 2-day notice.
Okay. I
Listen,
was
it's
feeling
really
like
hard
maybe
to
she's a
avoid
little lazy
showering.
today.
Ultimately, it's up to you. It's up to you. This is your character.
No.
so-
I think that when you put it that way, that does make sense. She's very hardworking, just at the most of bizarre situations. Okay,
It's
no,
not
that makes sense.
I would say not studious.
No, I don't have that one listed.
No, but like
No.
industrious. Like I think she does work hard. She works pretty hard. Rosie, I feel like might work the hardest, like out of the group.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like
well,
extra stuff.
literally, I
Has
do
a
have the
job.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She literally has a job in the kitchen. You're like, she's not industrious at all.
yeah.
Me with my 100
Meanwhile,
gallons.
she has an industry.
Okay, all right. You know what? Point taken. Thank you very
She's
much.
getting
for
ready
your
to
time.
make like magical foodstuffs, like when she's when she's out of school.
She's like
Yeah.
entrepreneuring
Yeah.
on her way. Like, can I make potions into food?
Exactly. Okay. So relationships are next. Relationships.
I'll get Maisie a +1.
Yeah, I think I need to give Alex a +1 because it's definitely what I need to do. Except we were already on +2, so that's gonna take us all the way back down to 0. Damn it! But that makes sense to. Yeah.
Yeah, the next stage.
I'm going to give Alex my +1 as well, because when Olive was trying to climb in the zone for round 2 of that spell, Alex just yes-anded in the moment and immediately went with it, and then they got a sick high five. So that's a friendship fist bump right there. 1 to Alexander.
I'm giving a +1 to Maisie because I believe Rosalina thinks that the forceful grab on the sidewalk was a gentle and caring parental palm.
Parental accurate.
I'm just saying from where I'm
so
sitting.
terrified that my child is gonna run into traffic. I must put myself between them and danger.
Rosie's like, I've had 2
immediately."
dads. I don't know what a mom's like, so I guess that's what mom's there.
Gentle mom touch. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's a mild
So gentle.
fracture.
So gentle.
Just a hairline
I'll
fracture.
have the
No-
bruise for a week to remember.
And I can see Rosie just bruising like a banana. She's,
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this nice memory of when we were on the sidewalk.
that's the way that she talks about her bruises. Like, this is a memory. When I crashed
bumped
into
into
the
the
wall.
Every part of my body tells a story, okay?
I'm going to give my +1 to Maisie as well, because I want to give a +1 to everyone for that beautiful pep talk in the room of requirement, but Maisie was like, got on my level being like, I'm not so, they say purebloods are great with magic and blah, and that was a very nice moment, and so yeah.
Nice. Well done. Let's do our classes school rolls. Please take note of any bonuses you may have. Let's do some rolls. Okay, we're starting with Rosie with, wow, that's a lot of green already. Rosie with a 12 for Hufflepuff. 10 points for Hufflepuff to start things off. Hope I can help this week. That's a 6 to start. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, last one. Come on. Hey, that's a 12. Okay, nice. 15 points for Hufflepuff. Okay, next up, Alex for Ravenclaw with a 14 gets 10 points for Ravenclaw. And a 7 for me. And one more roll is another 7. Another 5. Okay, next up, Olive for the Gryffindors to start things off, getting 10 points for Gryffindor. Then we've got Clem and Maisie getting another 10. Whoa, Gryffindor with a lot of points here. And then we have our Slytherins. We need a Cornelia. There we go. Ooh, 2 plus 10s for Slytherin. Very nice. One more roll for me is an 8. So another 5 points for Slytherin. Okay, nicely done, everybody. Good job. Good job. Let's go around the room. Let's do our downtime moves and shoutouts, please. Let's start today with Colo.
Hello. I think I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I think I would like to do an Olive and try and join a club today. Let's try and
Good
do
luck.
it. Unbelievable. As if that actually happened.
Okay.
Fantastic.
7.
So I get to learn a secret from somebody on their relationship list. And because
and I
it's
still have to give one to Alex. I totally forgot. But go ahead.
in case it says relationship list, that doesn't necessarily have to be a player, right? It just has to be
not.
somebody on a... Okay. Alright, cool.
Okay.
Yes. Hi, I'm Golo. It's nice to meet you. Hi. I started playing Mass Effect yesterday for the very first time. I know absolutely nothing about it. Went in completely fresh and have fallen in love with it within the space of like 3 hours. It's great. Took lots of pictures of plants because that's definitely what you're supposed to do when you play a game about shooting people in space. I love it. I love the decisions. It's fantastic. I'm going to be playing Mass Effect every single Monday. Mass Effect Mondays on Twitch. And then the episode is going to be up on YouTube on Wednesday, so you can come and find me on YouTube if you prefer to watch there. You can find me everywhere under the name Hello, it's Golo, all one word. I'd just like to say, for folks in the UK who got their exam results today, congratulations, regardless of what your exam results were. Congratulations on making it through a really heckin' hard year, and you did it, and you made it through, and I'm proud of you. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Colo. Zagonicus?
Okay, I'm going to do social activities. That's a heart roll. An 8.
Okay.
+1 or -1 to relationship. Can I give a +1 to the Minister for Magic?
Hermione Granger? Yes, you can. Granger
Yes.
Weasley, I should say. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, let me just write that in excitedly. Hi, everyone. I'm Zgodicus. I played Alex for you today. I love Alex as a character. There's a lot of me in there, and I've received lots of nice words from people about Alex and stuff, and I'm glad that Alex can make people feel seen and understood and all the rest of it. And thanks to the people who support me in doing that. That's you guys, the fellow cast, you guys in the community who reach out and give words of encouragement and stuff. And it's past midnight here, so it means it's the 11th of August. So one very special person who supports me through everything is Mrs. Z. And it's our 13th anniversary now, officially.
Aww.
So just want to give her a
Congratulations.
shout out for being the most amazing person and helping me. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without her. So big shout out to her for being amazing. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, buddy. Negs, why don't you go next?
Why would you have me go next? How am I supposed to follow that? Hi,
wrecked,
I play
nerd.
Olive, and I don't get nice comments because everyone hates her. And I'm not celebrating an anniversary with anyone today. Thank you for reminding me, Whack. Anyway, I'm going to let's do a job because I can't mess that up. I'm gonna do a job. I don't think I've ever done that before. I just roll. There's not even a thing to click, huh?
It's just a 2d6.
Oh my gosh, this is so strange. So fancy.
7 galleons earned.
I need to start doing this because there's no way that they can tell you didn't work today. Like, even if I'm not good at it, I still showed up. I still did things. I earned 7 galleons. Hi, I'm Nega Oryx. I play Olive. I'm no longer trying to get into clubs. It's whatever. I'm talking about it in therapy a lot. We're working through that. And I'm doing things on the internet. Things in places with people. I have the memory span of a goldfish and can't remember any of them to shout them out right now. So just come say hi on social media sometime. I post everything on Twitter when I remember Twitter exists. And my username is the same on all platforms. And I think that's it. I think those are all the words that are coming out of my mouth hole. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Thank you so much, Negs. And if anybody missed it, there was a wonderful compilation made that I think has helped Negs make some decisions about what she's going to be doing as her downtime move. Made
It's ridiculous. It's 8.5 minutes long. How? How? When you sent it to me, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to click on this and it's going to be like 4 minutes worth of this. That's going to be so embarrassing. And then I looked and it was almost 10 minutes. How? How?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the actual post and who to give credit for it. I know PB and J Lee made one, but I think somebody else made the original one, right?
Yeah, there was one on Twitter.
I got one. I got it for you.
Who am I giving credit to for that?
It's Grim Reaper on
Grim
YouTube.
Reaper. Thank you so much. Thank you. It made me laugh so hard. Thank you for that.
It made me laugh less hard, but still thank you.
Murgles.
Oh, hi. Sorry. I thought you were like, oh, she got the link up. I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Murgles. So nice to see you. I'm going to do my end of session stuff because I remembered just now that I have to do that. I would like to do social activities.
Go for it.
Well, so hi, I'm Murgles. I succeeded at that role just as I succeed in life every day. I hope that you had a lovely time watching this show tonight. I know I had a lovely time playing in it. You can find me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in my channel, Murgles. Thank you so much.
She also did the art for this show. It's wonderful. She's wonderful. Go follow her.
She's a spectacular artist
jeez.
and person.
Okay. I also did the art for Faint Dawn, which is on Sundays, so go check it out.
Thank you so much, Murgles. A wonderful artist and animator who has been lovingly sharing much of her work with the internet. And you should definitely go follow her and check out the process as she's just done an amazing job. Which, by the way, I have to say, as somebody that has done, drawing streams and stuff in the past, that it's just that on its own is hard, and trying to animate while interacting with chat has got to be doubly hard. So very, very impressive stuff, Marks. Luxie.
Can I just say that Mergs always says she does terrible outros, and that one was so good, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
did so good. You didn't even say
My favorite words.
Those are your favorite outros.
Yeah.
You're like, anyways, thank you. But you didn't do that. I'm very proud of you. Clear, concise. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try to make a potion today. That's with love. I feel like you know that. Because we're both as bad as it. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna try to make the sleeping draft potion, which is a year 2 potion. It makes the drinker quickly fall into a deep but temporary sleep. It's also dark purple, which nobody asked for, but I am telling you. So making that a partially successful sleeping potion.
I think we can title that a napping potion.
Ah, perfect.
You don't need one, Negs.
Yeah, I don't need a potion. You
Cast
just need
secret whack.
a quiet
Wrap
minute.
me out.
That's it.
When we went on break, Negs was basically like,
Nega Oryx turned into
Tiptoeing around.
Nega Snorix.
Okay.
My favorite Pokemon!
Give her a break. She's really sleepy.
she,
Break.
she did the show after dealing with insomnia, and let me tell you from personal experience, that is not an easy thing to do.
Thank you, Whack. Sorry I slept through break.
How dare you?
I'm happy you didn't
Take
sleep
your
through the
honestly
show.
feel
Use it
blessed.
wisely.
How dare you rest during the allotted rest time
Yeah.
during the show?
They take a break in a break.
Oh, you did roll as Lillian.
Oh, we have the same mind, so
And that's fine. You share the exact same brain. Got it.
Okay, yeah, we both have +2 to mine. Just double checked. Okay. Anyways, geez Louise. Hi. My name's Lexi Games. I played Rosalina. I don't know if you can tell, but we're pretty similar, which is why she's so loud. So if you're ever having like an awkward moment in a conversation, I've got you. Don't even worry about it. I will embarrass myself for you. I actually was streaming the other day, and I realized that my best way to communicate you can't embarrass me because I tell you all my secrets before you can embarrass me with them. So I was like, I suck my thumb. I had to let you know so that you couldn't find out and use it against me. It's a foolproof plan. And I like to
We
think,
can
anyways.
unpack that later.
No,
Yeah.
I'll talk to my therapist about that one. Anyways, I'm playing a lot of The Sims. I have 2 families going. I have a Legacy Challenge and a Rags to Riches. One involves Guy Fieri and the other one, hello? Did you want to do the outro? Okay. And she doesn't. She just wants to lick guinea pig pee. And the other one is just me and my wife, but in The Sims. I'm sorry, what? She's a dog. And then I'm also starting The Witness. I'm supposed to start it tomorrow, but I might start it tonight because I want to play a puzzle game. Okay, thank you for having me. Bye.
No one knows the guinea pig pee lore.
Oh. Well, my guinea pig peed on me during the show. That's all you need to know. That's it. That's the only... That's it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Luxie! I'm Wax Steven. I've been your headmaster of Doom. I drag the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much, chat, for being here. We appreciate you. Much love. Thank you for the love and the support and hanging out with us. As always, that is the only thing we ask from you. You don't have to feel like you need to throw money at us or what. We're just happy to have you here. So thank you so much for being here. And make sure that you're following all of these wonderful people, please. Please give them the follow. Follows are free. Thank you so much to Colo. Thank you, Luxie. Thank you, Murgles. Thank you, Nega Oryx. Thank you, Zagonicus, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this time that you got to spend with Harry and Ron and get to do a little bit of a fun sort of magic practice. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what I do and you want to come hang out, I do a design stream on Wednesdays. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm designing an Isekai TTRPG. If you're curious about how that works and what's going on with that, come hang out. It's been a really great time. Last week we had a really great discussion about some tough subjects and stuff, and I think chat was really open and cool, and we just had a really good conversation. And
I love having that stuff. I think it's really helpful, and you know, in that being in that sort of safe space where you feel like you can just kind of talk about stuff and have people hear you and listen. I think we did that pretty well last week. So come on by. It's a good time. On Thursday we've got Mistlight, but if you missed it, we had Faint Dawn, our new Blades in the Dark show, which is guest GM'd by Domestic Dan, start on Sunday, and it was fantastic. So hopefully we'll see you there for that. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Also, totally free to do, and I'd love to hear feedback. If you head on over to the Patreon, there is an open public post. I'm really curious to hear what people's thoughts are on some of their most beautiful looking TTRPG books. I'd love to hear some feedback on that. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/pledge to go respond to that Patreon post. I really want to hear back from everybody. So if you could do that, it would really help me out. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.